Today, my name is Stephen Akintayo. I'm Africa's most sought after investment coach. I'm a serial entrepreneur and I'm live here in Israel. Okay, this is Tel Aviv. We've had a great tour of Israel for some of you who have been following me, and it's been this is a beautiful city here in Tel Aviv. I'm facing Jaffa. Yesterday I took you through Jaffa. Some of you saw me in Jaffa and we had a great tour. But this is a bit after Old Jaffa, and this is Tel Aviv. You have a beautiful street as Sheraton. This is Renaissance Hotel. Beautiful city. I'll be hosting some of you are in Israel who want to come see me. I'll be hosting you by the grace of God tomorrow and on Friday and Saturday. So shout out to me if you're in Israel and you like to see me. Shout out to me. My name is Stephen Akintayo. You're welcome. Tonight's episode is going to be fantastic. And I'm sharing with you tonight on basically 3 purposes of wealth. And the reason why I'm doing that, I'm just trying to give you a background of why I'm doing this. Anthony from Lagos, good to see you. Afo from Zurich, Switzerland, I see you all. Thank you. If Chuku says I really enjoy your video pilgrimage, and with your beautiful wife, thank you, I appreciate you all. So I realized that most of the question people were asking was a bit shocking. Most of the prayer points were around I should pray for money, pray for breakthrough, financial breakthrough. I was like, what's going on here? Is it that people don't understand that money is not in the prayer equation? You do not pray to become rich. Okay? You sow to become rich. And when I mean sow, I'm not even saying giving to prophet or giving to church only. That is one of the processes. But if you give to a church and you decide not to in terms of sow, in terms of having a business, in terms of doing some transaction, in terms of having multiple streams of income, there's no way God will bless the work of your hand. There's no way you become rich. And this is one of the reasons why people are not pissed off, thinking pastors have cheated them. But the reality is that these people too who claim pastors cheated them decide to be vulnerable, having the mindset that you can, give to become rich instead of understanding or pray to become rich or get one special anointing oil to become rich. That is not how wealth is created. Okay, my hotel gave me lovely rose flower here. Wow, lovely. Lovely. This is a lovely rose flower. Okay, I just love Marriott. They treat me well. Okay, but anyway, right? So today I felt, let me teach you guys 3 purposes of wealth and give a big fundamental reasons why people should be wealthy and what money is about, so that we stop this confusion about praying for wealth, wanting prayer point for wealth. And we get it right. So I don't know if you're excited being here. If you're excited, type I'm excited. I will be a little bit tired because as you guys follow me through today, I went to several places. But I'll do my best so that we'll have a wonderful show in the next 40 minutes as I wrap up. Okay, I don't know if you are excited for what I'm about talking about. 3 purposes of wealth. And this is, basically the Why You Must Be Rich series is what I'm going to be looking at today. And please, like I said, as you're joining me, share this video 20 times. Yes, you heard me. Share on all your WhatsApp group or your Facebook group or your LinkedIn group. Create a Facebook party. There's an icon called Facebook party. Click on it. Start inviting people right now. Okay, I believe strongly in sharing information. I think Africans will be liberated. What Africans need is not money. What Africans need is information. The right information that is going to expand our mind, that is going to open us up, that is going to open us to the real truth and stop being deceived and playing victim all the time. We need to stop playing victim. we need to get open into how wealth is created. Okay? Number one purpose of wealth is to create pleasure. Number one purpose of wealth is to create pleasure. For example, I'm able to come here on holy pilgrimage and come with my beautiful wife and even renew our vows after 7 years here. And it costs money. These things cost money. Pleasure costs money. To be able to create pleasure for yourself or for your family, or to do things that bring you fun, joy. The whole process was pleasurable for me. It was a bit stressful because every night we're moving to another hotel because we're going from Bethlehem to this place to that place. But it was a process of pleasure, bringing the person you love, having that holy pilgrimage together. It wasn't just only having pilgrimage, but you're doing with somebody you love. It was an exceptional experience. Wealth, money. One of the number one purpose of money is to create pleasure. God gives people money to be able to create pleasure, to be able to create experiences and things that gets them to be happy. People say, money can't buy happiness. Yeah. Money can't buy happiness, but of course, money can, create the atmosphere for happiness. That's the truth. Money can't buy happiness, but money can certainly create the atmosphere for happiness. Okay, so the whole experience of bringing my wife to Jerusalem and, renew our vows and all of that are things money can do, right? Money can create experiences that brings pleasure. So number one purpose of money is to be able to create pleasurable experiences, pleasurable things that give you joy, fun, excitement. You're able to afford to create unique, exceptional experiences. I don't know if you are learning at all. Now I'm sharing this importantly for a reason, because many times people even get it wrong when it comes to why they want to be rich. I've asked this question a million times. Why do you want to be rich? Some people will say, well, I want to be rich so as to be able to show all those who say I will never make it that I can make it. People will tell you that. Why do you want to be rich? Sometimes people will tell you, I want to be rich so that I will be able to go for my PhD. How does your PhD create pleasure for you? So, so that people will know that I'm educated. I shake my head. So when you look at it, a lot of times why people want to be rich in many cases is to buy things they don't need, to impress people who don't care. And the reason is because people don't even know why wealth. What's the purpose of being rich? What's the purpose of wanting to be wealthy? Okay, for those of you just joining us, my name is Akintayo. I'm Africa's most sought after investment coach. I'm live here in Israel. Yes, you heard me. I'm live here in Israel. I've had a great 7-day tour and pilgrimage of different places, Holy Land. It's just been an amazing experience. And I'm here in Tel Aviv. Beautiful, view from my hotel room that I'm having. But I'd like you to do something for me. I'd like you to share this video 20 times. As I'm sharing on the topic, 3 purpose of wealth, 3 reasons why you need wealth. Okay, and I'd like you to copy this link, paste it on all your Facebook group or your WhatsApp group or your LinkedIn group. And I'd like you to do another important thing for me. Click on the Facebook party link and invite all your friends, because wealth is a function of knowledge, information, right? People want to be rich, and the question they are going to be asking me, pray for me to be rich. I can't pray for you to be rich. You don't pray to be rich, guys. You don't pray. Whether you believe me or not, I'm just going to be telling you the truth. I started my business with 1,000 naira, about $10. I've grown it to a multi-billion naira corporation today. I have tasted this thing called wealth. I've also tasted poverty. And I know what the truth is. I know what works and what doesn't work. And I can't be deceiving you that I'm going to pray for you to be rich. I can't deceive you. A lot of people have done that. Maybe I want pastor we tell you, mo fẹ́ ṣòro àdúrà kan fún ẹ láti Jerusalem. And I saw it a lot because I came with, it was a tour we did. And I saw some of the pastors, you know, praying for people. Lord, okay, Timo, why? And I laugh when I don't know. These people are deceiving you. You don't pray to be rich. You don't. Okay? You practice covenant to be rich. Seed, harvest. You know, let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Here in Israel, Israel is number one in agriculture in the world, even though, you know, almost half of this, you know, Israel land is desert. Another half part of the Israel land is mountain. So you begin to ask yourself, how come? They were shocked. They told us, they said, you know, we heard that in Nigeria, you guys will throw mango seed on the floor and it start growing. We say, yes, that's true. You can throw a seed on the floor in Nigeria. How blessed we are. And the thing will germinate. You don't need to fertilize. You don't even need to water it. Right? And they said, no, that their own soil, they need to work on it. Sometimes it takes 3 months. Sometimes it takes 6 months to prepare the soil before they start planting on it. There's so much, yet they are number one. The people who don't have the good land are number one in agriculture. Exporting rose flower that you're seeing, Nigeria is Israel is one of the highest exporter of rose flowers, right, in the world. And these people do not have the reason. Now, how did they become this? By praying? No. By planting. By sowing into the floor, into the ground. By, even though their land is bad, finding a way to get it good and planting and harvesting and making money from agriculture, making money from tourism. That's how Israel got to where it is today. It wasn't by luck. It wasn't by anointing oil. Even though this is an holy land. But it's an holy land, unfortunately, not necessarily with a good soil. Even the water, they just have sea. So River Jordan is probably the only saltless water. And that's why when you come to Israel, you realize that water is one of the major, that's why they recycle everything here. Okay, because water is really, really, really a very important commodity. Very important commodity. Okay, I many of you are learning from me. If you're learning, type I'm learning. If you're getting value, can you type I'm getting value? As you're joining me, please share this video 20 times. My name is Stephen Akintayo. I'm Africa's most sought after investment coach. I'm sharing with you 3 purposes of wealth and giving you fundamental understanding of wealth and money. Okay, and please share this video 20 times. Your Facebook, your WhatsApp, your LinkedIn. Copy this link and paste it on all those Facebook groups. They talk rubbish and they're not learning how to build wealth. Paste it there. All those WhatsApp group, all those LinkedIn group, and more importantly, you know, click on that icon called Facebook Party. Click on it and invite all your friends, all of these friends who disturb you for money every day. Okay, and they are not doing anything to be rich. They're just disturbing you. They have started Beggars Ministry International. Instead of thinking of how do I work, what business can I do, how do I multiply my streams of income? There are 4 ways to make money. Okay, you make money either by having a job. Number 2, you make money either by being self-employed. Self-employed simply means that you have a business that cannot operate without you. Number 3 ways to become rich or to make money is to have a business. A business in this sense means you have a business where whether you're there or not, it operates. Like I've left Nigeria for over a week now. The company runs, right? I don't need to be in Nigeria for my business to grow and to run. Okay, that's called a business. Many times people miss self-employed with a business. Now, speaking, I do motivational speaking. It's one of my own self-employment. Because for me I have to be in the place to do speaking. It involved my energy. It involved my personal involvement. But business is different. Business means it has a system. Whether you're there, you're not there, your business can run. Number 4 way to make money is to be an investor. By being an investor, it means you make your money work for you. You look for somebody else who has a system. Okay, in other words, he has a business that is able to create money, and you give him your money so that he can expand his business, and he gives you a part of his profit. That's the whole concept of investment. So whether you're doing in form of a shares, whether you're doing in form of forex, you're doing in form of cryptocurrency, or you're doing in form of just investing in somebody else's business, and they're giving you regular returns, either quarterly or yearly or every 3 years, that is called making money work for you. Investment. Now listen to this. This is very important because these are foundation to wealth creation. Now, the first two I mentioned, you can never be rich if that's all you do. And I want to ask you, be sincere, right? You don't need to lie. If your source of income is either by a job or by being self-employed, type 1. If your source of income is through investment, or you own a business that runs without you, whether you are there or you're not there, that business brings in money. For example, if I own this hotel, I own it, right? Okay, that's called a business because I don't need to be in this hotel for this hotel to make money. There are people who, runs it. So if your major source of income is via a job or via being self-employed, type 1. However, if your major source of income is via investment, where you're able to make a lot of money from the shares you've bought in time past, or making a lot of money from companies you're putting your money into and they give you returns, type 2. Okay, so everybody, I need answers from everybody. Why are some of you looking at me and not saying anything? Come on, guys. My videos are very interactive, okay, because I'm very practical, right? I'm not one of those people who want to come here and deceive you, right? I don't need your money. I'm blessed. So I'm coming here to empower you and helping you to also become wealthy. So I like when we're interactive, right? When everybody engage here. Okay, so money is not mythical. So all this thinking that God bless who he wants to bless, right? And people say that it's a very stupid myth about money. They tell you that that's nonsense. So God created you after scientists said over 200 million sperm cells compete when your father and your mother had sexual intercourse. Okay, over 200 million sperm cells, and only one of it fertilized the egg that became you. So when you were born, you were already a winner. You're already a winner because you ran a race between 200 million other sperm cells and you won. So the question I keep asking people that, so after God went through all that investment, he created you to be poor. He created you not to be successful. So it's a foolish argument when people say, God will make rich those he wants to be rich, and will make poor those who want to be poor. And sometimes I ask these people questions. I say, did you not read in your Bible the story of Jabez? Didn't you read that? And what was the story of Jabez telling you? That any dummy, anybody who chooses to want a change of story can get it if they're determined enough. Because Jabez's story was a clear case of a man who was never supposed to make it. Everything was guaranteed that he won't make it. Before he was born, everything was messed up. He was born messed up, sorrow. His life, sorrow. But the guy made up his mind. Enough is enough. Even if I was created to have been this way, I want a change. And the Bible recorded it that he got the change he desired. So life doesn't give you what you wish. Life gives you who you are. Life doesn't give you what you wish. Life gives you what you demand. Life gives you what you are. So there's a person you have to become a billionaire or millionaire. You have to become a person. So when I told you I started my business with 1,000 naira and I grew to a multi-billionaire today, there was a person that I became that was able to generate that kind of money. And the first thing was to understand what was the purpose of money. First thing, pleasure. Second purpose of money, which is very important, okay, and this is also very critical, is for charity and to of course, I call it the godly causes. I call charity the helping God's people. God doesn't need your money, so people get it wrong, and that's why when you get all these chartered prophets, right, and start giving them money, and then we'll ask you, why are you giving them money? Say, I want to be rich. I laugh. Okay, it's, the number two purpose of wealth is so that you can do charity. Another word I can call charity is to help God's creation. So God will bless people, okay, and money is also created so that you can be a distributor. Through you, people who naturally would not have been successful can become successful. And I'm very careful with my words here, because many people, have few money, and the first set of people that comes to their mind, and there's nothing wrong with helping your family, are families. Today I want to help my cousin, tomorrow I want to, and these are people, and the kind of help I'm talking about here, not even help that is turning them to become fishermen. These are help that is making them paralyzed, useless, inability to take care of themselves. Because if you keep sending your cousin, your family member, $200 today, $500 today, how would they ever become successful? How would they ever one day take care of themselves? Instead of thinking of a business they can start, or starting up a business, or sending them for a training that will teach them on the business, you just keep sending them money. Today, $1,000, tomorrow. And I laugh at Nigerians in diaspora who do this. It's almost as if you do this because you want to brag, you want to show to them God has blessed you, UK or US, that you are. Because some of them are crying to you and you just want to keep sending money. It doesn't make sense. If you will help people, it should be to teach them how to fish. But there are another kind of people that God blesses you to help. These are people who naturally can help themselves. Okay, I'm talking of orphans, I'm talking of widows. Okay, I'm talking of people who are really from poor environment, children who are from very poor parental background, that if you really probably didn't send them to school, they may not be able to go to school, and the poverty in that lineage may have to continue. Okay, so you need to look for people who really cannot help you, cannot pay you back. Okay, because many of the help some of us do are the help family members. Of course, we thank you. Everybody in your village will appreciate you, that you're a good son of the soil. You remember to help people in your village, and they probably give you a chieftaincy title. That's not the kind of charity I'm talking about. That's not the kind of help I'm talking about. So the help you give to people who can't pay you back, people who can help you in any way, people you will do it and you may never meet them again. That is one of the unique kind of reasons why God gives you wealth, so that you can be a distributor, you can be a channel. I'm talking about people who are sick, they're dying of cancer, they're dying of all manner of diseases, and you're able to reach out to them. Some weeks ago, one of those things I was happy to have done, I think last month, was this story that broke out. The lady was seen on the road in Nigeria, and they said she was thrown out of a car, and people felt that it was maybe she slept with a rich man who used her for ritual. You know how people just conclude on issues without even investigating. Just conclude, just make up their own mind and conclude. And when I saw that an actress wrote that she's picked her up and taken her to the hospital, so I contacted the actress that I'm interested in paying some of the hospital bills. And of course, I got to know that it wasn't even what people thought. She had HIV/AIDS, and some people locked her up. You know how fetish, how skeptical we are in Africa, and we just feel everything is demon, and they didn't even know she was just a simple case of HIV/AIDS, right? And in fact, the people who threw her out of the car were trying to help her, but she was already mentally, because all her immune system had collapsed. So they were afraid. They helped her from where she was just locked up there. They were afraid and just said, you know what if this person died before we got to the hospital? People would probably say we did something to her and left her there. But good news, she's recovering and she's doing very well. But my point is, those are the kind of things, those are the kind of help that God wants to bless you to do. And those are some of the reasons why you should be rich. Those are some of the purpose of wealth. Number one is to create pleasure. Number two is to be able to help God's people, or charity, as you call it. But when I mean God's people, I mean, again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't help family member. Help as many as you can. But when all you think about is just me and my family, it is not what God plans. God wants you to be, and Jesus said it in the Bible. Okay, I came to you, I disguised like a beggar, I disguised like a sick person, I disguised as this. Did you help me? Remember, how many of you saw that in the scripture? Type 1. If you remember that passage in scripture, type 1. For those of you just joining us, my name is Stephen Akintayo. I'm Africa's most sought after investment coach. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm live here in Israel. Okay, and I've had a wonderful time here. And I'm here in Tel Aviv. Beautiful scene here from my hotel window. This is the ocean. You're going to be seeing the ocean very well tomorrow morning. And this is a beautiful street. And down there is Jaffa. Jaffa is Joppa. Jaffa has a lot of history. That was also where Peter had an encounter where God told him it's not only the Jews that the message of Jesus was for, it's also for the Gentiles. Okay, so beautiful place. I've had a great time here. I'm sharing on 3 purposes of wealth. Okay, beautiful. You guys are following me. Everybody have typed 1. Okay, it means you're enjoying this and you're learning. Number 3 purpose of wealth is for family and posterity. Okay, so number 3 reason why you need wealth is for family and posterity. And when I say family, because I've met people, I'm not going to go into details. I had a family member, who I'm not going to mention name, who will rather help extended family than help with the immediate family. Okay, and so when I say family here, I'm not talking about everybody in your village, and people do that. Your immediate family, your wife, your kids are not being taken care of, and yet everybody in your village, you have helped them. Everybody else, extended family, you've helped them. It's almost as if it's demonic attack. Okay, you need to know that. Number 3 purpose of wealth, and it's in the scriptures. God said about Abraham, say, I know he will command his family. Okay, he will command his family. Abraham will command his family, okay, to follow after me. And I realize that when you're able to use money well for your family, you are able to raise godly people. You're able to raise people who are disciplined, well-mannered, well-structured. If you're able. So number 3 purpose of wealth, for posterity and for your family. And when I mean posterity, it's not just for making your family have food to eat. I've already making arrangements for my kids to start learning how to swim, to start learning music, to start learning languages. I want them to learn French and, maybe Mandarin. Posterity. I'm already teaching my kids how to save. They all have piggy banks, posterity. Things that there's a story of a man called John D. Rockefeller. If you know John D. Rockefeller, type 1. How many of you know John D. Rockefeller? If you know John D. Rockefeller, type 1. By the way, all of you watching me, please share this video. Share this video now 20 times. I want you to share this video, copy this link, paste on all your Facebook group or your WhatsApp group or your LinkedIn groups. Please do that right now. Share this video right now. And also create a Facebook party around this video. Click on the Facebook party icon. Invite your friends. Africans need to open up. How can I be asking that I want to pray for people in Jerusalem and everybody is asking me to pray for money? Pray for money. Pray for me that God will give me money. God will give me money. God. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Our mindset is just messed up. So guys, share this video 20 times. It's part of what we're talking about, giving, being charitable. I'm teaching you all this for free. I'm not charging you. So you too share. Teach other people. Share this video now. It won't cost you anything. If you have shared it 20 times, let me know. Copy this link, paste on all your Facebook group, or your WhatsApp group, or your LinkedIn group. Click on that icon called Facebook Party and start inviting your friends one by one. Be your brother's keeper. Shouldn't be you, me alone, me. Right? Somebody is teaching you message for free now to share and empower other people. Some of you have not done. So yeah, I just don't like sharing. I don't want anybody to even know. Come on, share now. Share. Oh yeah, I'm waiting. Share. Okay. So number 3 purpose of wealth is for family and posterity. So beyond family, posterity. Okay, that you will be able to do things that generation upon generation will be able to benefit from. Some of you know John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller did two things. Another person who did that is Andrew Carnegie. John D. Rockefeller was able to raise his children so well that even to the third generation, they were all financially literate. John D. Rockefeller. Andrew Carnegie did something. He became one of the richest men in the world, started, the steel company, owned almost all the railways, in the US. Powerful man. But what did he do? He got a powerful man called Napoleon Hill, paid the man money to do research, a further research on how he became wealthy. And set up libraries, had this library and center where they started empowering people and teaching people on what we call financial literacy, which is now known as motivational speaking and so many other things today. In other words, Andrew Carnegie, was able to create something which we all benefit of today. Posterity, things that lasted long after his long dead. So one of the purpose of wealth is for posterity, creating things that will last years after. For example, if you create a company, look at the Tor company, Toba Tor that we talked about. This is the fourth generation. And several people have jobs under that company. Several people have livelihood, able to take care of their family because of that just simple Toba company. One man created that company years ago, and that company continued to employ people, help people's life, save people's lives. So wealth is for, number three purpose is for your family and posterity to take good care of your immediate family, but more importantly to also create things that can empower generations upon generations. How many of you are happy and have learned from today's video? Type I've learned something. Come on, talk to me. If you've learned, type I've learned something. Because I think fundamentally the purpose of wanting to be wealthy is flawed. I intentionally added family at the last because it's not the majority, it's not the priority. In fact, the more important is pleasure, being happy. Because I've seen people who became wealthy, and that's why I say, does it cost if a man gains the whole world and loses his soul? Right? You have all the money, you can create pleasure, you're not happy, you've not been able to create experiences that gives you joy. So what's the point of the money? And that's where people get it wrong. You have money, you may not be able to help other people in terms of charity. Empower people, particular people you can't pay you back. So what's the point of the money? You have money and you have not been able to create legacies, help your children, your family, provide things that otherwise would. And I'm not talking of things to spoil them. That's not what I'm talking about here. My kids are never spoiled. And I keep watching every day. I work with my wife to say we must not spoil them. So all this issue of buying your son car. My son will not drive a car. You are hearing me now. Until he graduates. And I'll make sure he works for the car so that it's his own money he will use to buy his first car. I don't care. Even if I have private jet, my son cannot get a car. So I'm not talking of spoiling children because that's where people miss it a lot. You think the purpose of you becoming rich is now to give you, and you see that somebody will say their baby is 1 year old, they bought a Rolls Royce for a 1 year old baby. So how will you not make that boy useless? And that's how you create children that what you have labored for 30 something years, the child will squander it in one day because you don't understand the purpose of wealth. So when I say here that one of the purpose of wealth is for family and posterity, I'm not talking of spoiling children, no. But that things others may not have been able to provide for their children. You are able to, and I'm not talking of spoiling cars and all. No, for example, how many people can afford to get swimming teacher for their kids? How many people can afford to get a French teacher, a Mandarin teacher for their kids? How many people could afford to have a teacher train their children in Bible school? So that they start learning about their spirituality since they're young. I remember my son told my wife one day, he said, "We're fasting today, I'm not eating." And he's 7. Already knows fasting because he's going to a Christian school. Those are what I'm talking about. Being able to provide things for your family that maybe if you didn't have that kind of money, you couldn't have given them that foundation. Okay? But not to spoil them. But more importantly, also structure things that can last, like building a university. We are going to be building a school and an orphanage in the year 2020. Okay, that will last long even when I'm long gone. And we're building 3 of them. 3 orphanages and 3 schools. And that school, 50% of those who will be going to those schools will be on scholarship, 100% scholarship for 50% of those in those schools. That's why you were created to be rich. So, bottom line, if you look at this, wealth, okay, is a tool that can be used to achieve great things. For those of you just joining us, my name is Akintayo. I'm Africa's most sought after investment coach. I'm live here in Israel. Yes, and I've had a wonderful time in the Holy Land. I visited all the major places Jesus worked. I worked there. And I'm sharing today 3 purposes of wealth. And if you've had a great time today, can you type "I had a great time"? Come on, guys. If you have enjoyed my session, type "I have enjoyed it." I've had a great time. Come on, I need your response. I've enjoyed it. I had a great time. I need you to do me a favor. I want you to share this video. Yes. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 20 times. How do you do that? Copy this link, paste on all your WhatsApp group, paste on all your Facebook group, paste on all your LinkedIn groups. One more thing. Click on that icon, Facebook party. Yes, that icon, Facebook party, and start inviting all your friends. Let them watch this. I promise you they're going to send you a message and thank you that you did. There's a woman here, Deborah Cole. She just shared this video and somebody just joined us through her. I think called Joke or something. And she's already grateful. Okay, Joke Odukoya. Right? And you can ask Miss Joke Odukoya whether she has learned something. She's already even saying, "Mama Eshegon, thank you for sharing." Because those you're sharing to, some of what you're sharing, they may not have heard of it before. Or maybe they've heard of it, but not in this simplistic manner. Okay? That will change their lives. So, guys, I'm happy to know Friday says he has enjoyed this. R4 says he has had a great time. Good to know. Peter has had a great time. Oh, more of you have had a great time. Beautiful. So tomorrow I'm going to continue on this journey. But let me say this before I wrap up today's training. If you want to be rich, you need to have multiple sources of income. Let nobody deceive you. Nobody has ever become rich by having one source of income. Not one person has become rich by having one source of income. You must have multiple sources of income. So let's ask this question. If you have just one source of income, type 1. If you have more than one source of income, can you type the number? So if it's 2 sources of income, type 2. If it's 3 sources of income, type 3. If it's 4 sources of income, type 4. If it's 5 sources of income, type 5. I personally have more than 20 sources of income. Okay? More than 20 sources of income. I've written 33 books right now. 33 books in my lifetime. These 33 books that I've written, okay, are on Amazon. I get checks every week. Some week I get a check as high as $500. Some week as high as $1,000. Some week as high as $5,000. I also have author book videos. I have video courses. I make money. Every year I make over $100,000 from books and videos. Okay, I have several other businesses, several sources of income. Our real estate company alone is a multi-billion naira company today. But you see, this thing didn't happen by luck. It didn't happen by magic. I wasn't lucky. Okay, there are many things that God has done in my life, but luck was not one of them. Okay, so number one, if you really serious, I'm not very serious of that you want to be rich. Because let me tell you the truth. People think everybody wants to be rich. Not everybody wants to be rich. Not everybody. I still had this experience 3 weeks ago. I was with somebody. Okay? And we got talking about Dangote. And I said, anybody who follow Dangote principle can become as rich as the man. Man looked at me and said, become as rich as Dangote. For what? Why? Why will anybody want to be rich like Dangote? For what? What do they need that money for? And it reinforces the fact, and this person is supposed to know. It reinforces the fact that, look, let's not deceive ourselves. Everybody does not want to be rich. Some people are happy being poor. Some people, is their heart desire that they should remain poor. Is what they wish to. They've always been telling God there is dignity in being poor. How many of you want to be rich? Some of you are not talking now, so it means some people are also here. You see what I'm saying? Some of you just prove what I'm saying. Because I expected you to type, I want to be rich. I mean, listen. If something is really something you desire, you are hungry for it. One of the proof that you want to be rich is that you are going to be hungry for wealth. It's not going to be a passive thing. The day they are talking about how to become rich, it's not going to be one of those things that you can just, well, maybe, well, we don't know whether it works. No, you are too hungry. This is what I've been looking for. So, how many of you really want to be wealthy? Okay? Because it's important. You have to be hungry for wealth. Number one, if that's true, you must have multiple sources of income. So I have seen here, from what we saw here, most people only have one source of income. Only one out of everybody who commented had 2 sources of income. I'm begging you, in the name of God, if you are sincere that you want to be rich, today, not tomorrow, start your journey to double your income. At least create 1 more source of income or 2 more. I have 20. And that's why a lot of time I make boast. I say it boldly anyway. I say, look, okay, even if I want to be poor now, it is too late. I can never be poor again. It's just impossible anymore. It's just impossible. Because I've gotten to a level that, let's assume 10 of my businesses collapse. I'm good. Let's even assume I've structured that. Let's even say all my businesses collapse. My books can't collapse. They're there. Abi? My videos can't collapse. Okay? They're there. I've structured certain things that keep bringing money that no matter what happens, is there. And that's how to do this. It's scientific. It's not by luck. It's not by magic. Some of us have turned this whole issue of becoming rich to a voodoo thing, to a lucky thing, to a miracle thing, and that's why everybody was asking me to pray in Israel that they should be rich. I became a billionaire. This is my first time in Israel. I became a billionaire before I visited Israel. So the question is, if it is praying in Israel to become rich that makes somebody rich, how come I became rich before coming to Israel? So that's not how to do it. Number one, have multiple sources of income. How many of you are interested tonight, not tomorrow, in having multiple sources of income? Can you type, I am interested? Because I'm going to help you tonight. That's why I said there's a unique offer that I've attached to this. Okay? Can you type that? How many of you want to Eniola Olubumi says, I only want God's riches. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Olubumi means. You see part of what I've been saying? A lot of people don't want to be rich. That's just the truth. What do you mean by God's riches? Okay? The earth is the laws and the fullness thereof. And all that are within it. Didn't you read that in your Bible? The earth is the laws and the fullness thereof, and all that is within it. God owns it. So what do you mean by God's riches? What does that mean? I don't even know what that. I don't know what that means. Okay? It is God that blessed. The blessing of the Lord make her rich and added no sorrow. Right? Who blessed Job? Go check all through the Bible. The richest people in the world in Bible times were God's made. Job, Solomon, God personally. In fact, for the case of Solomon, Solomon didn't ask for money. God was the one that told Solomon, I will make you rich. You didn't ask me for money, I will make you rich. God told him. And the Bible says, in the time of Solomon, in this same Israel that I am, gold was like sand. Little wonder I'm not surprised that in this same Israel is the highest production of diamond. It's done in this Israel. Yes. Higher purification of diamond is done. We went to the place where they purify diamond. My wife even picked one. Okay, though I had to, do Ijebu. She didn't buy any. Okay, so we need to get it. And that's where I'm saying that there's so much, of the way they've twisted our mindset. All these pastors, many of you have been following all these fake prophets you've been following that have been collecting your money and deceiving you. You see people say money is the root of all evil. That is not true. That's a lie. That's not in the scripture. It is the love of money that is the root of all evil, not money. God, love of money is the root of all evil. Money, and people say it's true. That's not true. Love of money, two different things. Okay? You can be rich and not love money. And one of the proof that you don't love money is that you will be a giver. I always tell people, I say, one test that money has not taken over you is that you'll be a giver. You will not be hoarding money. And most of the people who hoard money the most are poor people. Okay? Because they feel that's the last one. There's not going to be another. Okay? Buki, don't let us go into that conversation today. Okay? Okay. My wife wouldn't buy diamond. She just want to invest in business. A very smart woman. I love her for that. So I've seen a lot of you say you're interested. Now I'm going to mention 4 different businesses you can do that I teach. And some of you are interested, can order for the video. I'm going to give you discount today if you want it. Okay? But please note, let me repeat myself. If you want the video course, I'm going to be giving you a discount today. Please note, I'm repeating myself because some of you may watch this video tomorrow. I will not be giving the discount tomorrow. Okay, this is only for those who are interested today. Okay, and let me also warn before some of you start chatting me up, because I notice sometimes I give my WhatsApp number to people and they just chat me up and I'll be like, how can I help you? Say nothing, I just felt like saying hi to you. I'm sorry, I'm too busy to be interested in you just saying hi. Right? And if I need people to say hi, I have more than enough people to say hi to me. So please, I'm going to be giving you my WhatsApp number for those of you who are really interested to contact me on getting the video course in 4 businesses. And I'm also going to mention the business. But please, if you are not ready immediately to pay for the video course, don't waste my time. Don't bother chat me up. I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining me on this Facebook Live. But my time is so precious to me. Okay, I tell people, time is life. Okay, those who do not value your time do not value your life. And when you just chat a man up as busy as I am, and you have nothing tangible to say, you just wasted my time. And anybody that doesn't respect your time doesn't respect your life. God didn't give man money. God gave man time. It's how you spend your time that determines how rich you are. So time is more important than money. I'd rather give you my money than give you my time. Because my time is precious. And once I lose that time, I can't make it back. Time lost cannot be regained. You can't regain time. So I've pasted my WhatsApp number. I'm going to mention 4 businesses you can do. So you can chat me up for any one you think you want to start with. And don't start asking me questions of which one it is. You can Google it and research a bit about it before chatting me up. Okay, don't answer, hey, sir. So how does that e-commerce work? That's why I asked you to get the video. The video is to tell you how it works. Yes, sir. You see, you mentioned this one about this real estate thing. I don't even understand how it works. Can you explain to me how the thing? Again, like I said, the reason for why I'm recommending the video course is to know how it works. So get it, please. So number one course I'm going to mention, or business model. Remember I told you, you need to have multiple streams of income. One of them that I've made millions from, this business every week, on a bad week, will do between 5 to 10 million. Is e-commerce. Okay? E-commerce is one of the amazing business model that you can make good money from. Amazing business model. I mean, I kid you guys not, there is money in e-commerce. There is money. That's why the richest man in the world is the owner of Amazon. Okay, Jeff Bezos. And that's why Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world, because everybody buy online now. And you can play in that game. All you need is the training. Not only have I made money in this business, I've raised millionaires. I have a student who this year alone has done over 200 million. You heard me. 200 million naira in e-commerce. I taught her. I have another one who has done over 100 million. I taught her. Some probably are even watching me. Some of my students who are doing what Miss Patricia commented earlier. Miss Patricia, if you are still here, can you just indicate? I've raised people in this. So it's one of the business you can do. Now, if you tell me you are interested, I'm sorry, there is a video course in this, business. What do you then need to do? Chat me up. The video course goes for as high as $1,000. But I'm going to do something for you. Whatever you can afford today, chat me up. I'll see how you can get the video course. I'm not very excited about that. I'm excited. Okay? But please note, this is not forever. This is not, you can't chat me up tomorrow about this. I'm not even going to attend to you. It's just for those of you who want to get it now, tonight, not tomorrow. Also, for those of you in Nigeria, we have a training in a hotel and suite this Saturday. It's going to be my first training after coming from Israel. So if you're in Lagos or if you're in Abuja will be upper week. It's $1,000 also. But for those of you who are chatting me up today, you'll be able to have the opportunity to pay just 60,000 naira to get it. But again, to be able to attend the physical class, the 60,000 covers to attend the training and will give refreshment. But please note, it does not exceed today. However, like I said, those who are not in Lagos or Abuja, you can then order the video course. It's the same thing we teach in the class that is in the video. The same thing. Okay, good. Everybody's excited. Number two business you can also consider of doing is real estate. In real estate, there are two types. There's the investment part and there's the brokerage part. So if you don't have much money to go into real estate, to invest in real estate, you can start as a broker. I started as a broker. Okay. And today we've grown our real estate business to billions. We're building houses now. Amazing what God is using us to do in Nigeria. Okay, in real estate. And we're going to 200 estates. We already have almost 10. Going to 200 estates. And we're going to agriculture also. God has just been faithful. So guys, it's important to know that real estate is also one of those areas. But you see, in all these businesses you guys talk about that you want to do and all of that, it's important to know that those who train will reign. Can somebody let me type it? Training leads to reigning. Somebody just type that word. Training lead to reigning. I'm reigning in my field. I'm reigning in real estate. I'm reigning in e-commerce. I'm reigning in all the businesses I do. But you see, what helped me to be this successful in those things is training. If you train, you will reign. Do you know that in book, for example, I told you I've authored 33 books. Do you know I spent more than $5,000 to learn about how to author a book and make money from writing books? Do you know I spent more than $5,000? In fact, one of the videos I bought was just 30 minutes video. Just 30 minutes. The man charged me $1,000. One video. Okay? So those who train, they will reign. A lot of time people, you look at me and say, you are a lucky man. I say, I'm not lucky. Everything I know today, it wasn't by mistake. You see, you can fall off a ladder by accident, but you do not climb a ladder by accident. How many of you agree? That I agree. You cannot climb a ladder by accident. You can fall off it by accident, but don't climb a ladder. The same way, you cannot be successful by mistake. Right? Whatever money you make by mistake, you lose by mistake. Success is intentional. Every of these businesses I'm successful at today, I spend money to learn them. In real estate, one of the courses I did was $27,000. One course in real estate, 27,000. So when I see people tell me, Mr. Stephen, I want to start this business, I say, well, there's a video course for 1,000. This is too much. I say, you see, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. And I say, this is why you have remained poor. Because you do not value knowledge. You do not value education. So say, what if I buy the video, I didn't learn anything from it? There's no big deal. It's just one of those things in life. There's nothing wrong. It's better to pay for a course and still not get anything out of it than not to pay. It's better. You must value knowledge. You must value knowledge. If you will be rich, you must value knowledge. If you will be wealthy, you must value knowledge. You think education is expensive, try ignorance. So number 2 source of income that you can go into is called real estate. Okay? I will not be here today if not for real estate. But I learned it. I didn't get it for free. So there are video courses. We have several video courses on real estate, from how to become a broker to how to invest in real estate. You can buy that. Again, like I said, each of my videos is $1,000. But today, okay, you have the opportunity to chat me up and let me know what you can afford just tonight only, and I will work around something around your budget for you. But please, this is only for tonight only. So chat me up, +1 6464 27 3317. WhatsApp chat only, no WhatsApp call, just chat only, please. Okay, again, WhatsApp chat only. Those who know me know I don't like calls. WhatsApp chat only. There's a need to call you, I will let you know. So you can reach out to me. For those of you who want to learn these courses, it's like I say, it's $1,000, but if you're willing to pay tonight, chat me up. I will work around your budget. Now, for those of you in Lagos, Abuja, you can even attend the physical class also on real estate. It's $1,000, but we're giving you opportunity to pay just 60,000 naira to attend the physical class. If you're in Lagos or Abuja, you have that opportunity too to be at the physical class. But like I said, if you're not in Lagos or Abuja, you can order the video course. It's the same thing in the video that you still be taught in the class. Number 3, business. A lot of you are happy about what is happening tonight. If you're happy, type I'm happy. Come on, talk to me, guys. If you're happy about what's happening tonight, type I'm happy. Number 3 business is cryptocurrency. Right? One of my students was able to turn $1,000 to as much as $150,000 in just 7 months in cryptocurrency. Okay? Now, I don't talk much in public about cryptocurrency because most people who go into cryptocurrency are greedy. Many of them are very desperate and take very ridiculous steps. And as a result, I don't even like talking cryptocurrency. But I've done some old videos on how to invest in cryptocurrency. And a lot of people who bought those videos have learned a lot and have made money. All this video does not mean you will not need to still do further research. These videos do not mean that you automatically become rich because you got the video. No. You watch it, you practice what's there, and you still invest in your research. By the way, those of you in Israel, you can meet me. I'm currently in Israel. I'm having a hangout tomorrow and next tomorrow. So if you're in Israel, connect with me, send me an inbox message. Let's get to talk. We can get to meet one-on-one here in Israel. Yes. Okay, just send me an inbox. So number 3 business is book, video and book publication monetization. This is here I share how I've been able to make money from authoring 33 books. In fact, people were shocked. I see met somebody here who say, you know, he needs that course because he's a pastor, he's busy, he's been wondering how I made money, you know, from books. And immediately, if I sat with me, I started teaching him some bit of it. You can make money from writing books. And some of you think, well, I don't know anything I can write on. What can I ever write on? My brain is not that intelligent. Don't worry. The book will tell you. Everybody has a story. Everybody can write. Every single person can. Every single person. And you learn it. How you can start doing videos like this one I'm doing. Upload them on YouTube. And YouTube will pay you money. Yes. That is also how you can also set up your e-learning courses. If you know how easy it is to make money, I'd say it again. I don't know why people are broke. The only reason why anybody can be broke in this 21st century is that you have rejected knowledge. You have rejected information. You've rejected training. You've rejected spending money on training. Or you got the training and rejected implementation, which is true. There are some people who are training junkies. They will just keep going for trainings and never take any action. Okay? And still keep blaming that those trainings don't work. They're just collecting our money. So those are the two reasons. If anybody doesn't make money in this 21st century, where it's easy to make money in this day and age, it's just about what you know. Just about the quality of your information. That's why they call it information age. You have quality information in this age, you are a rich person. And the money is guaranteed. Okay, so you can learn that too. There is a video course on that. How to make money from videos, publishing videos, or how to make money from writing books, and how to write your book in 7 days. Okay, number 4, okay, is okay, that's number 4. So I've mentioned e-commerce, real estate, cryptocurrency, and video video and book publication monetization. Those 4 are the ones I'm going to mention tonight. I teach about 20 different ones, but I think these 4 can be done from anywhere in the world, and anybody, any city of the world, you can get video course on this and start action. Okay, I've raised people in this. I've also made money in this. I told you my story. I started my business 11 years ago with 1,000 naira. And we're a multi-billion-naira corporation today. You too can do it. I don't have to wear it. Those who are rich don't have to wear it. The day you meet rich people, you realize they're not that special. They're not more intelligent than you. They are not more intelligent than you. I know a lot of you like to deceive yourself and say, you know, see the way the man talks, his brain is special. And, you know, let me tell you this: people who are rich are not more spiritual than you. Dangote is not more spiritual, right? He's a Muslim. But you agree with me, there are a lot of Islamic clerics who are more spiritual than Dangote. Dangote is not wiser than everybody in Nigeria. There are a lot of professors, very big intellectuals. So being rich is not a function of being more spiritual, being more intelligent. Being rich is basically power of information and deploying the information. Period. Okay? Information around business, information around starting a business, running a business, growing a business, and starting the business indeed. A lot of people, you know, learn about business they can do, but they don't have mentors. So they start the business, they lose all the money. Because there's nobody who is guiding them. There's nobody who is helping them, showing them what they need to do. Okay? How many of you are happy? I'm happy about what I've shared with you. I know, at least even if it's just one person, I'm able to help to lay hold on these videos tonight. Okay? I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. It's not about crowd. If it's one person part-time, I mean, God has helped me to help several people, but I've helped one person part-time. So it's not about crowd. It's that one person who is tired of poverty, who is tired of frustration, who wants to live their life to the fullest, who is tired of giving excuses. Okay? Who is tired of giving excuses? I vowed, I remember growing up, when I saw the excuses my own father gave me, I said, I vow in my life that I'm not going to give excuses for not being able to have the best of life. Okay? My wife calls me sugar daddy now, you know. When you can provide for your family, they will call you sugar daddy. Okay? When you have, good money to provide, you are sugar. You must be sugar. It is poverty that makes you not to be sugar. And I don't know if you agree with me that 80% of the, marriage crisis is money related. That one, if you agree with me. That 80%, though sometimes people say it's demonic, it's spiritual, it's devil. 80% of what causes trouble in families, okay, is money, is ego. Is either the wife is richer than the husband, or husband money than the husband is just angry and pissed off. Or both of them are broke and the wife doesn't understand why, they are in that kind of mess. I remember last month, I told my PA to look for a school around where our office was, where some people have not paid tuition fee. And one of the women that I went, that I want to pay the tuition fee, one of the women I went to pay her two children's school fees, he said, this morning, I still fought with my husband over the fact that I don't know why he has not paid these children's school fees. She said, I fought it. I remember smiling and saying, this guy was a local government staff. Why fight the man? How do you expect him? Is he going to steal? How was he going to be able to raise them? Because the man obviously wasn't earning much. But 80% of this marriage crisis is money related. If you have money, your wife will call you. Sarah was calling Abraham Lord. I don't know if you remember that in the Bible. That Sarah called Abraham Lord. I don't know if you remember. He was Lord indeed. The man was so wealthy. The children his servant, okay, gave birth to, that he raised as an army, were over 300. That's how blessed he was. If you have ego, your wife will call you Lord. So enough of this frustration. Enough of all this. I mean, even those of you go to the mountain. Oh, Baba, Baba, Baba. Have you heard a rich man pray before? Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. The new property you just gave us, only you did it. Thank you, Jehovah. Silent prayer. Oh, Jesus. Jehovah. Jehovah. You will pray as if God is deaf. Jesus. Oh, what? Oh, baby, anything can move. Oh, orúkọ Jésù yẹn. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí wàràpá gbé kílódé. Poverty prayers. Oh, Jehovah. My Jesus. Oh, Lord. True story I'm going to share with you guys. True story. This wasn't me. That was one of those who came with the entourage, the tour team for this Jerusalem that we came. It was one Baba. And Baba was, Lord, àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi ti fi mí ṣe, wọ́n ti fi mí ṣẹlẹ́yà, wọ́n ti bú mi, wọ́n ní mo dàgbà yà, mi ò lówó, mi ò ní kan. And it was funny that even those who came to Jerusalem, because many of them, other people sponsored them, their children and all of that. But this Baba too was sponsored. And Baba literally was crying, saying, Lord, they have mocked me. My mates and all of that. And I remember the person who told me this story, he said he was trying to make another prayer. And the way Baba was shouting and crying on God, he couldn't concentrate on his own prayer. True story. This happened here in Israel. True story. And that he, at some point he tapped Baba and said, Baba, God has heard you. He said, whatever you need from today, as long as it's financially related, talk to me. Say, talk to me. Because he heard the Baba's agony. Olúwa, wọ́n ti fi mí ṣẹlẹ́yà, wọ́n ti bú mi. Wọ́n ní mo dàgbà yá. Mi ò rí kankan di ayé mi ò. Àmì Baba. So of course he discovered that Baba had a church. There are less than 30 people. Everybody there is poor. Baba is a carpenter. His carpentry business is not doing well. He doesn't even have equipment. I just say, Baba, anything you need, tell me. From today, I'm sponsoring you. Baba was in tears. In tears. Another story. This one is a bit more funny. This is a bit more funny. This was a pastor. He said it was a church that Sunday for another prayer. And then the member came and said, Woli, so she just dropped her phone in the hands of the pastor. So the pastor had even wanted to start praying because, they just dropped phone with him. Later he said the Holy Spirit told him to ask the woman what is to pray for. Mama, can pray for? Say, phone me ko shishe. You don't know what? Her phone not working. Her phone that was less than 20,000. Not working was a spiritual point. And that she needed pastor to pray for the phone to start working. The man said he was so pissed. I said, Mama, how about me Wednesday? My phone look at her phone. I need the phone me. You did. In other words, Mama, come and meet me on Wednesday. I'll give you money for another phone. This phone matter is not a prayer point. Your phone is bad. You just need money to go buy another one. It's not something we sit down and start praying. But you see, that's what poverty does. And until you wake up one day, until you wake up one day and say the truth to yourself, because Abatesi said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You have been praying and praying for money. You are not seeing this money. Something must be wrong with the model, with the method. It probably is that money doesn't come by praying. It comes by having multiple streams of income. Period. That's how. Everybody you saw in the Bible that God blessed, these people did not just sit down and money came. Abraham was promised in Genesis chapter 12. But go check your Bible. Abraham left his father's house broke. He didn't have money until he started business. Same thing Isaac and Jacob. Same thing with the children of Israel. There is something physically you have to do in the realm of the earth for yourself to be blessed. God bless you with money, yes, and he has done that 3,000 years ago when Jesus died on the cross of Calvary. Grace was released, prosperity was released, blessing was released. So there's nothing you are praying for. It's already been released. What you need now, what has been left, is you starting things that can be a channel for God to bless you. Right? Even if you saw all your money now, all your tithe, all your offering, it's still blocked in the realm of the heavens. Until you unleash that blessing through what? Having a business. Having something to do. That's how God opens the windows of heaven. My first 30 million naira, and I'm going to do a video tomorrow around it. How I made my first 30 million naira miraculously. I made a seed, a prophetic seed to my pastor. We did a 21-day fasting. I was led to sow a seed into our pastor. I packed it into an envelope, put it in the offering basket. By Monday, I got a call to, send an invoice for 30 million for a business, one of the products I had. By Tuesday, they transferred 30 million. A company, I don't know them. I don't know anybody there. But the truth is this. If I had not had a 30 million naira business or a business that had capacity to supply services to people to the tune of 30 million naira, that's how that 30 million naira will have been hanging in heaven. Even though I sown that seed into my pastor's life. Imagine I didn't even have business at all. That's how that 30 million naira that God has released will have just been hanging. Because there's no business that can be a channel for God to, through that, and that 30 million naira was the beginning of my breakthrough in business. Because there was no channel for that 30 million naira to come in. Because God will not throw 30 million naira down from heaven. God will not just dump it down. God will go through a business, a legitimate legal business. God will go through something. That's why he said, I will bless the works of your hand. That was why what God did for Abraham was to bless the works of his hand. That's why what God did for Isaac and Jacob was to bless what they were doing. Isaac sowed in the land and he reaped 100-fold. What people didn't know, Isaac was a farmer. Okay, Isaac was one of those who started the irrigation strategy, which is still what they use in Israel till today. Because the land of Israel, okay, is full of desert and mountains. And it's difficult to plant in these locations. But Isaac found a way because he was farmer. You need to know that his father wasn't a farmer. Abraham wasn't really a farmer. He was rearing cattle. Okay? Okay? But he decided to go into farming. And so he kept digging well. They were blocking the well. And those were the wells he was using to irrigate. And all these things we saw here, because we are now in Israel, we saw all those places. These things are real. These are not just fables. They didn't conjure these things. And it's when you come here, you now see that all these things you read in the Bible are real. And they were physical steps taken. They were not just mystical, without actions. We saw where Jesus, Peter's mother's in-laws house, where Jesus often go. So you could see that Jesus was human. He lived, he stayed in houses, he ate. Oh, Jeon. I had people. So guys, I hope you've learned. I hope you've gotten value. If you've gotten value tonight, can you type I got value? Come on, guys. Type I got value if you got value from what I've shared tonight. Type I got value. I got value. Remember to follow me across social media handle at Stephen Akintayo on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube. At Stephen Akintayo TV on Facebook and on LinkedIn. I really love all of you and I appreciate you for watching. For those of you who joined us late, please go watch this video back from the beginning. There's a lot to learn from it. Okay, and like I said, those of you who are interested in getting the video for the 4 businesses I mentioned, e-commerce, real estate, crypto, video, and book publishing and monetization, is $1,000. But for those of you chat me up now through that WhatsApp number +1 64642733317 WhatsApp chat only, I will be able to work out a deal for you to get the video course, working with your budget. And if you're in Lagos or Abuja, you can attend the physical class. But please note, if you're not ready to pay today, don't chat me up. Please don't waste my time. Like I said earlier, God didn't give man money. God gave man time. It is the wise use of your time that determines how rich you become. And anybody that does not value your time does not value your life. And I just do not joke with people who don't value my time. I would rather give you my money than give you my time. Okay? Okay, particularly if you don't know how to use my time. So I dash money out and not time. Time, precious. So please, if you're going to chat me on WhatsApp, know that you are taking out of my precious time. I don't joke with. And so be ready. If you're not ready, don't worry. Keep praying and fasting. So, I love you. I appreciate you all. And tomorrow I'll be back again with something life-changing. I promise you. I love you. I don't know, some of you notice I'm a bit tired. It's been a long day. We've been to all manner of locations today. We gotta go rest. It was supposed to be a vacation, but this is the entire visiting all these locations. But for the next 3 days, I hope before I leave for Nigeria, I'll be able to rest. Okay, no more talk. Let me rest and meet people. who are here in Israel. I say I can be a blessing to those